AMC short interest, according to Ortex, has dropped down to 15.69%. Now, what is this telling us? Is this telling us that shorts are covering their positions and that there are way less shorts in AMC as well as GameStop than we think? Well, no. Not at all. If you come and you take a look at the total volume reported, the total short volume, you will see short volume jump from an average of around 17 million to 336 million. Then 327 million, and then 170 million. You go and you take a look at GameStop, from an average of 2 million for short volume reported, jumping up to 117 million, 105 million, and 73 million. You come and you take a look at short exempt volume, which have a T+35 settlement date, meaning that these shares eventually have to be located and then either reported in the short interest as a short or ended up covered by that time frame. And keep in mind, they're not going to want the short interest reported during the CAT system to be over 100% once again, because it will just cause another rally. So what's going to happen? They're probably going to cause another large jump in AMC and GameStop. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we got a lot of stuff to cover with AMC and GameStop. Thank you guys so much for 20,000 subscribers. I appreciate it so much. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have post notifications on, most importantly, so you don't miss it when I upload another video. Now, I want to let you know a couple of weird things that happen before we get into AMC and GameStop's chart and what is happening behind the scenes with the data that we're seeing and where they're going to go. I want to talk about YouTube, what YouTube is doing to me. So I want to make this quick, but not only did one of these videos get demonetized, which is fine, I used some movie clips that Roaring Kitty posted, but I uploaded another time and it removed my description completely about a half hour later. Following that up, I realized my links stopped working. People were having trouble getting in my Discord. People were having trouble signing up for Moomoo. Overall, just very odd that these things tend to happen when AMC and GameStop are rallying and I make videos about them. So I'll leave it at that. Like the video, break the algorithm, and spam the comments down below. Okay, so short exempt volume is extremely high, disgustingly high. Higher than any given ticker, 7 million, 4 million, 6 million for AMC. We're still winning on the options chain by more than double, 100,000 calls compared to 50,000 puts expiring in the money. But take a look at the out of the money contracts. There's a ton here, which is going to bring us into our next point. But real quick, GameStop as well, 108,000 calls expiring in the money compared to 26,000 puts. Over 300,000 actually contract expiring out of the money. Short exempt volume has jumped from 1 million to 2 million, so they are just tanking GameStop as fast as possible. Now, stock loan market update for GameStop. Total shares on loan 90.8 million, down from 98.9 million yesterday, with 12.2 million shares being returned overnight. Utilization 94%, which is still extremely high. And yesterday, the value of the outstanding security loans increased to 4.4 billion from 3.1 billion. Now, AMC's chart tanking, trying to hold up, sitting at 492, just breaking under $5. I'm going to be adding to my call contracts on AMC and GameStop because I don't believe the move is over. No matter how much they want you to think that it is over, here's what I think is happening. AMC broke below a crucial support at $6.30. Bottom, I'm watching. As soon as AMC hits between 440 and 435, I will be adding to my calls. I think we get a large bounce from there, and it's going to happen very, very fast. Now, we don't have to come down to that level, but I'm watching for that. At that point, I would be happy taking the risk. Where it's at right now, it may continue to fall, and you don't want to try and catch a falling knife. Now, there are a lot of volatility in these stocks. Another thing I wanted to add on, Max Payne. Market makers are trying to crash AMC as close to $4 as they can by tomorrow market close, okay? They will manipulate the stock price to try to get the price as close to possible to $4 by the closing bell on Friday. Nobody is selling, just more naked shorts being created, combined with spoofing and dark pool abuse to manipulate the price down. Speaking of that, another Form T order, a massive sell print on AMC at 548 for 4.3 million. Like they said, manipulating over in dark pool and off exchanges. Again, we're seeing some really high instantaneous levels of off exchange trading in GameStop that isn't average. It's just for the period I'm watching, but it's extremely, extremely high. 76.3% off exchange traded volume. Okay, GameStop trying its hardest to hold this support level that we have right here at $31. However, it did wick below, broke below, coming up and retesting it. If GameStop still shows weakness right here, I'm watching 25.85 to 25 even for a re-entry on call contracts, an addition to call contracts. Again, I'm not happy necessarily with taking the risk right here, but if we continue to fall, I would be much more than happy to get that deal right there at $25. Now here's a story in two parts. Jim Cramer says GameStop is still too high versus the comps. Need more funny emojis. A bear sitting in a recliner. What happens? Roaring Kitty comes out and tweets a bear sitting in a recliner. This guy is watching everything. He is here, he is posting, he is watching a rally, and the rally is not even close to being done or dealt with. Now, before we get into some additional things and money-making opportunities, guys, I want to just give you the chance. Get in the Discord. It's the second link. Hopefully, it is actually working, and if it's not, I'm going to pin it in the top of comments alongside the Moomoo link. If you open an account for Moomoo, make a deposit into there, you're going to get 10 free fractional shares of a Magnificent 7, which is Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, and more for doing absolutely nothing. You're also getting level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, and viewing other exchanges as a retail trader, so a ton of benefits for doing nothing. Again, sign up for Moomoo using my link and make a deposit. Also, Discord, we have options trading alerts. I post my trades as soon as I take them so you can trade with me, and we talk stocks and crypto all day long. And don't forget to get 40% off premium for visual sectors. Okay, SPY continued to climb, coming all the way up to 531. Testing this ascending resistance trend line that we have talked about. I think the SPY consolidates, not necessarily gets a pullback, consolidates here and hugs this trend line right up to 535 before essentially getting a breakthrough and pushing even higher to 543.65, and then the top zone, which is 5,500 to 5,600. That is where I think the SPY will die out and run out of steam, so we have a little bit of ways to go. Bitcoin, like we said on the weekly time frame, gapped up, came up to 65k, actually went a little bit above, building support at 65k, and we are here, in my opinion, this candle right here, and the next week and the week after, Bitcoin is going to have huge moves, which exactly is what I think is to come, up to 72k and then to 82k for Bitcoin over the next couple of weeks. And I think meme cryptos are going to follow as well. I do still hold everything. Plus, Andrew Tate says he's about to put 100 million into Bitcoin and leave fiat completely. Now, a couple things that I wanted to talk about. Tesla is forming this W pattern, which I think next week is going to break right up to 196, scale back down to 190, and then come eventually up to 230 to 235. That is my price target on Tesla over the next 2 months. And Nvidia, I want to talk about Nvidia. Nvidia has earnings next week, continuing to climb higher, breaking out of this wedge. Watch the first level at 973. I'm also watching Nvidia to cap out around 1100 to 1300, which is exactly when I think the SPY will be at 55 to 5600. I think these will both be there together. 1100 and 1300 for Nvidia, 5500 to 5600 for the SPY. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Again, thank you so much for 20k subs. Make sure to subscribe, have post notifications on, and let's get ready for AMC and GameStop. I'm staying hyped. There's nothing even close to being done with here. That is it. I love you all. Lottery Socks out.